It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Let's close out the weekend with what should be a good one on Monday Night Primetime between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys.
To kick off for the Cowboys.
Only one spot remaining in Conference Championship Weekend. Let's see who claims it. We're underway in the Divisional Round Finale. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Slot receivers headed left. First down, play action. Man there, it's Malik Neighbors. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Throwing now on first down. Throw right side is caught by Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route. They get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. It's the rookie from UCLA. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
It's a nickel set for the Cowboys on this 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. That's caught for the first. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Setting up to throw. He's got it near the end. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They have it 1st and goal, an early lead available here in the postseason. They've got a man in motion. Working inside the red zone. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
They give it to him up the middle. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Just need 3 now to find the end zone on this first possession. It's 3rd and goal. He gets it again. And this time he gets in for the New York touchdown. The Giants finish up an excellent opening series. So the first lead of our game goes to our visitors, Brock, and I know it is very early, but tough not to have that word upset at least start to creep into your mind just a bit.
You go into someone else's building in the playoffs, this place has been juiced. They have been so hyped to get to this game. Yeah, and the odds certainly in the home team's favor. But you go out and score, touchdown in the opening drive, you level it a whole bunch.
The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. This is taken in at the 13. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Completed over the middle. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43.
That's good.
The end result there, 15 yards and a first. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
They'll run here on 1st down. They'll couple together a yard there. Tackled by Luke Arororo.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. He's going to throw it. Looking for his back, but it will not find him. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he dodged the tackle. That run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Plowing up the middle. This is very close, but it looks like he's going to be marked. Yep, marked shy that 1st down at the 30.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Pass play now. Oh, he's in trouble, and he's going to go down. The Giants are all over it. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face 4th down.
brings up the
Kid, all the data lately has taught us really clearly. Sacks, negative yardage plays. They not only just destroy that play, they destroy drives. Well done, defense.
55-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score. Maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Finds the in route complete. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
On 1st down, they'll run. There's the intensity we expect in the playoffs. The defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also pulls the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Good stop made by Donovan Ezeraku.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. And they'll throw 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Here's someone from a family of punters, Ryan Stonehouse, on to punt on 4th.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Now give left side. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Now nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back to throw. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming third down.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Here he goes, third and long. Gets him on the in route. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line.
To number 87. A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
That'll do it for one quarter of this NFC Divisional Round matchup. 7-3 is our score. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They're looking at a punt, though, facing 4th down. Pushing it up past the 30. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Right up the gut. Ooh, he made most of that one, didn't he? Give him 9 yards on that 1st down carry.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Give to Warren from the pistol. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. He'll look to throw. He has the 1st over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. They gain 11 on that play. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Sending him on the dive. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Thrown back, gets the handoff. And this fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Third down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. It's caught. Pearsall has it. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. But he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
At the 5-yard line.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's 2nd and goal.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Here's another for him. And he can't punch it in. Man, the defense punches back, sticks him at the 2. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Big moment here in this divisional round game, Brock, as they line up for 3rd and goal. Takes the handoff, now to throw. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Giants now lead by 10. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants drive their lead to 11.
13. Cowboys 3.
The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And he'll decide to pass on the return here and take the touchback instead.
35-yard line.
To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Now after delivering that ball, we see some discomfort out there. So here come the trainers to take a look at him. Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Here's the backup. First throw. Gets him on the quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
Got to get some protection up front here, Kate. He is already in the game because they knocked out the starter, and trust me, you don't want to get to the emergency quarterback.
The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. running this one left. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Working now from the gun. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Now, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that. Hard.
It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythm. It's truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Scott slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record, Brock. 25 straight completions to begin a game.
Wow.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Third and long. They're going to throw. Throwing the outlet, complete. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Shotgun handoff to Warren. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
All right, here we go. Second down. They'll go play action. Jump off, caught by his back. And that will not be enough for a first down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Third down and 3 coming up on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More from Sunday Night Primetime on the other side. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now looking to throw. Got a man downfield. This is Neighbors. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives them a first down.
You throw it in the middle of the field, it's all about anticipation and accuracy. I mean, those are the two keys all the time in my book, Kate. But when you throw it in the middle of the field with all of the traffic, that's where guys with great anticipation and that tremendous accuracy come to life.
They'll throw it here on first. Right back to Neighbors, and he's got it. And he will take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. They'll set up here for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants push their lead to 18.
Cowboys 3.
The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And maybe making some better judgment here as he takes a knee and accepts the touchback. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Quick pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Brought in right side. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Throwing it again here. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
This is complete. Jalen Tolbert. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And stop is made after 4 yards. It's 2nd down. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They'll work against the blitz. Has it down close. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys chop some of the lead off before the half. Manage that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys make it an 11-point ball game.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Looking to throw. Fits it through the middle. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So with only a single second remaining, they're going to try a field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. Short kick gathered in at the 15. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35.
At their own 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Now to the running back. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
At the 34-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They're throwing it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
Third down. Giants coming out in a dime look. 3rd and long for him here. Finds him over the middle. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Never eat shredded wheat. Northeast, south, and west, right, Case? And I like on third downs, north and south. You start going east to west and eating that wheat, you could run into problems just like that.
And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely. That'll be a touchback. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. He will get to that 30-yard line before they stop him. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
It's a gain of 10.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Working on first down. Has it downfield working the left. And he's not going to be able to add anything to that catch. So give him progress across midfield there to the opposing 46. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas, Clark, and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Looking in the air here. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And he's out of bounds behind the line, so that's going to add a couple yards on to this 3rd down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Cowboys going with a dime package now. Third down. Here he goes. Third and long. Going deep here for the end zone. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
And the downhill charge gets there and touches this one right at the 14.
Their own 14-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Here's the handoff. Lays this across the 25. And he's finally marked down at the 34. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be good for Dallas. First down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
So they'll head up here first and 10 from the 34. Back-to-back carries here. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be second and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. He's dropping back to throw. He's going to keep it this time. Breaks across midfield, hits the opposing territory. He slides down with enough to pick up that first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Here's first and 10 from the 47. Back to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. Now this is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10. Long back in the backfield, and they give it to him. They get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is second and 4. Another carry for it. It's away from one. And they're going to have first and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Breaking the huddle, here's first and goal.
There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
So from the 3, here's second and goal. This time it's a passing play. And the Giants are on him, and he goes down. Quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Have to come up with an unlikely 15 here on 3rd and goal. Back to throw now. Finds his man over the middle. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east to west routes, just get that first down on these critical 3rd down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Aubrey puts it through, and that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And he's going to field this one in the end zone without a return, so that's going to bring us out to the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
You know, Kit, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt, or an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. He's going to throw this one. And nothing to speak of after that catch as the completion gets him down to the 21. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. It's Giants ball, just 1 quarter away from advancing in the postseason. Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. On 2nd down, Warner. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's the give. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York. the Giants have a commanding 14-point lead now in the fourth. Now we'll see them try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants lead by 15 now. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Returning from the 18-yard line. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Cut for big yards on the right side. And they make the tackle at the 38. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Working now from the gun. That's low and bounces short of his man.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And they're on him right away with that tackle. The stop comes at the 26-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
26-yard line.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Sticking to the air here. This is thrown towards a defender instead, and then he's the one who makes a play on football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Again to throw on 2nd. That's completed right side. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They get 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense...
He's in trouble, and he's going to go down. The Giants are all over it.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Throwing off the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long. And that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits him on the in route. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
Aubrey puts it through. And doing what they can against the lead as it's back down to 12.
That field goal didn't do a lot on the scoreboard to make it a more attackable deficit, but it does create a sense of urgency here for this defense to get off the field.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fields this one at the 3. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
New York to the line. 1st and 10. No throw to start the drive. Throw right side is caught by Robinson. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Warren running between the tackles. He stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Pass complete to Robinson. The 30. The 10. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants making a 3-score game in the 4th.
Touchdown, Giants.
You know, Kate, there's a reason that slant route has been in playbooks, I don't know, since football began. Because if you hit that receiver on the run, on target, on time, big plays can follow.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants go up by 19. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And not liking what it looked like ahead of him there, Brock. So he's going to take a knee, and this is going to come out to the 35-yard line. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Completed over the middle. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
Well, this defense has not had an answer, Kate, for either of the first two plays on this drive. I think it's got everybody, you and me, every fan believing, well, they're only one play away from putting points on the board.
In the red zone now. Catch is made in close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moments. He's at the 1. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Goal to go, they're passing. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys get it back to within 2 possessions. Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12.
Cowboys 23.
They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And the Giants' hands team secures the football. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. First and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. He's got it on the bootleg. Connects on the crosser. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. He got away from a couple of defenders, but they just kept coming. This one's going to end the loss, Bob. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
That's got to be so frustrating for the running. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing it on 2nd down. Caught at the 10-yard line. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining in this game. 1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Sending him on the dive. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. 2nd and goal coming up from the 7. Trying an inside give to Warren. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
This may be one of the only spots in goal situations I wouldn't even consider a run. Now, as a quarterback, you better be aware of those eyes defensively because they're going to be all over you in the passing game.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. There's a give straight up the middle. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Giants have likely locked up the win right there. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. I'll throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 45-yard line.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. Copy the pace here as the clock continues to run.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Looking inside the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it sets up 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Offense in a hurry up here.
Cowboys, first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They are throwing it again. That one connects. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
A gain of 8.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll send him up the middle. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal.
3-yard loss on the play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Field goal doesn't do anything for him here, so the offense staying out there on 4th down. Desperation time here. And they take this in for the score. The Cowboys get it back to within 2 possessions.
I have a little sense, Kate, that equipment manager is going to find a way to keep that football for this QB. Yeah, he was a dual-threat guy in college, but that's his first in the NFL using his legs.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12.
42. Cowboys 30.
The time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. And the Giants come up with that kick. They're going to hold on for the victory in this one. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Line up the design keeper. So it's a win for the visiting Giants. And they pulled off the rare and elusive road win in the postseason, which means their journey stays alive another week as they head to the conference championship, where they're going to get a shot to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a well-earned win for the Giants as we say so long from Dallas.